Hey everyone, this is Anna Alexander. Let's talk a little bit about Wandavision. Episodes 1 and 2 of the new Marvel series just dropped this weekend on Disney Plus, and it's a trip. It is a trip. So let me first start off by saying that I was unprepared for how emotional I would feel watching that Marvel flip before that first episode. Because it's the first time we've had new Marvel content in a year and a half. So knowing that that was preceding new content, I was getting teary-eyed. I wasn't expecting to feel that way, but it was so exciting. So the thing about WandaVision is we know very little about what the overall arc of the series is supposed to be. We knew that Wanda is somehow trapped in an alternate reality, and she's siphoning off of old vintage television sitcoms. We've seen the trailers, we've seen pictures, got it. So how much of that they were going to do in each episode was unknown. So in episode 1, when the entire show, except for the last 20 seconds, was all classic sitcom, it was, for me, an interesting sensation. I did enjoy the very beginning, the Dick Van Dyke-esque intro, and they had the Ottoman gag, and I was laughing so hard, and I actually had to pause the television to explain to the chicklets why I was laughing so hard about him moving through an Ottoman. So trying to explain that was like, that's not what the point of the show is, but I have to explain because this is funny. But yeah, it was weird because it's a totally, those old sitcoms, they're a totally different pacing. They're a different vibe. It's a different feel. It's all two-dimensional. And expecting Marvel Captain America jumping out of a helijet in the first 5 minutes, this ain't it. This ain't it at all. It is a slow burn. Slow burn. And then on top of that, you know that there's more than what meets the eye. So you're spending the whole time, at least I was, trying to see what little Easter eggs are everywhere and what's going to happen to tie it all together to the Marvel world that we know. So it's a little bit distracting. Yeah, and especially afterwards, I've spent the last 2 days just diving online to see all, apparently episode 1, there's over like 60 Easter eggs in what appears to be just a very flat two-dimensional haha laugh track show. But there is so much more, and I think the fact that if I have to go into that deep of research to go, oh, August 23rd on the calendar is reference to issue 238 of the Scarlet Witch, whatever, that means this. And we did notice the number 52, 57 popping up frequently, mostly in episode 2. And it was like, oh, well, that's the issue that Vision first appeared and such and such. That's almost too deep of a dive to have to go into to mine the richness of the show. And I think if you have to go that deep or know that much, it might throw off, because Scarlet Witch is again one of those characters in Visions that was not always in our face as we were kids growing up, like Captain America was, and Iron Man, and well, Iron Man, you know, and even to that point, Spider-Man's a better reference. So I think if you go that deep, you might turn off viewers, and I think that's why they released the episodes 1 and 2 back to back, because episode 1, if that's where they left it at, I think a lot of people would have gone, nope, too weird, too out there, and I'm out of here. Especially a female-led Marvel show. They would not give her a full episode and that alone to go off of. They would have been out of it. So yeah, so if you are not a deep diehard Scarlet Witch fan, if you're on the cusp of a Marvel, kind of enjoy it. If you don't feel invested, to stick with them as long as they need to, because they have not yet disobeyed or smashed your trust in them. Anywho, because I think most of us, we're gonna go along with Marvel for a while. But those of you who are kind of on the edge, I would strongly suggest let the series build up a few episodes and then binge watch 4 or 5. So that way, that initial black and white sitcom, Dick Van Dyke, The Bewitched, although it's charming, if you grew up watching those reruns of those shows, I enjoyed them. You get a kick out of them. But again, you realize there's an underlying sinisterness to the whole thing, especially Deborah Jo Rupp, who I love. I was so excited to see her appear in this. Um, just great. So there's so many great things about it, but it's kind of hidden on a, oh, this is different level of it. So, WandaVision, again, if you're a diehard Marvel, totally check it out. If you're not, you're totally fine waiting several episodes to bank and then just watching them through all together. So, but yeah, we've got new content, a year and a half. Yay! So, see y'all next time.